assume that they were
It
wanting to
cost a
build.
lot of money to be
left.
dragged through the mud in the media.
My response to that is that Cedar Hills is not isolated. We're talking about surrounding areas, and so we would have people coming from surrounding areas into our quiet community.
What are you saying about this?
The peace and quiet.
What are you saying about the surrounding areas? Do they not uphold our values? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, for example, in surrounding areas that don't have alcohol sold
Okay, so
and traffic
like
Smiths could make money because they get not only Cedar Hills, they get Alpine and Highland where you can't buy beer.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to take a phone call here. Joe, you're on the air. Your question, please.
Yes, I thought this was America, and anybody could do whatever they want as far as their business. If I want to be open, I should be able to be open. And as far as the stores go, what about a pharmacy if persons need to get medical attention?
Okay, I'm going to ask him that. Okay, in America, he wants to be open on Sunday. Why shouldn't he be able to be open on Sunday?
I'm just curious if he's from Cedar Hills.
Are you from Cedar Hills, sir, or are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here. I'm from Layton.
Layton, okay.
Well, when Layton hasn't come up for an issue, it's fair. But right now, this is really a Cedar Hills issue.
Well, okay, not entirely.
Well,
I mean, supposing you were to make a rule, no Mormons allowed. That wouldn't be just Cedar Hills.
No, that would be unconstitutional.
Okay, but that wouldn't be just Cedar
This
Hills.
is not
Supposing you were to make one that said you can have one kind of store, but not one brand, but not another.
Let me explain.
Okay.
This is not a unique situation. There are cities throughout and counties throughout the South and in Europe and all sorts of places that have Sunday closing. And there are dry counties and cities, and those cities have a choice. Let me just tell you, quick, that Maryland versus McGowan, Supreme Court finally said that Sunday closing, a common day of rest, is constitutional.
Okay.
The state of Utah has an alcohol code that says the municipalities can determine what their standards are. It's all legal.
Sunday closing. So it's any city can put up any kind of closing they want. I mean,
yes, hours of operation,
shouldn't do it.
6-day work week. It's beneficial to the community.
Okay. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. The other thing is that it's quite ironic to me that one end of our commercial zone would be anchored by a commercial store. We were hoping Smith's. The other end is anchored by an LDS church that is allowed to be open on Sunday and will have traffic from the beginning of the day to the end of the day on Sunday. How can we talk about peace and tranquility and common day of rest when you have this church with all the traffic on one end and a store that won't be able to be open on the other end?
Tom, you're on the air. Your question, please.
Yes. What about tobacco products and coffee? And what if there was a drugstore there? Would they be allowed to sell condoms?
This is not an issue. This has nothing.
Well, I believe the coalition said in a public meeting that tobacco would be next on their.
No, that's
false.
That was never
It's on the council record.
Let me ask. Okay, you're not banning tobacco.
Right.
Certainly not.
You're not banning condoms.
Let me take it further.
Well,
Let me
why
explain.
not?
Okay.
Because it's
Because
not a
no one-
societal effect.
No one smokes.
Tobacco isn't harmful?
It harms the individual,
not
but
impair
Secondhand tobacco
alcohol
smoke. Secondhand smoke.
Excuse me.
Syrup? What about
Excuse
all these
me.
other things
Talk
that
to
can
mothers
be
against
abused?
drunk drivers and have them tell you alcohol affects people that don't drink, and many people have been killed by people who've been drinking and driving.
Okay,
there is a
drinking and
society.
driving, which we are against.
Okay,
This does not accomplish
question.
that.
Tobacco affects people who don't smoke, secondhand smoke. Would you?
That's why
are you going to
Utah has
ban
a
that?
law. No.
Are you going to ban that?
Well, I think it's
Utah has a law already.
inside
public.
buildings. Smoking is banned for that very
Not
reason.
in your house. A guy guys buy
problem.
cigarettes, go home, his
What about
kids
those
get
poor
drunk.
kids?
Right, let me
Fine.
explain.
Okay.
There will be, the intent of the alcohol ban will not be to have a police blockade at the entrance of the city, go door to door and stop people from having
Wasn't there
alcohol.
an ordinance that was started with illegal
And what
possess, advertise, hold any alcohol in your
That
possession?
is not what we're debating, sir.
Was there an
Isn't
ordinance
that
to
what
that
was
effect?
in?
Someone had prepared
Wasn't that
an ordinance.
proposed by a member of the coalition?
No, it was not.
Okay, was it
was
proposed by
not.
by
The
The
anybody?
coalition
Council.
didn't exist at the time.
Okay,
There
just
was no
excuse me.
coalition at that point.
Was there?
But they were members of the coalition, and they
Later
did.
became a member.
Okay,
Okay,
so
but there
those two
was such an
individuals
ordinance.
did promote
It was
that.
proposed and it didn't make sense. It
Okay.
didn't make sense.
And
So
neither
this
do
just
the
bans
current
sale.
initiatives. They
This
don't make
just bans
sense.
sales. It doesn't ban. Okay, but what he's saying is, are you guys slicing salami?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. Okay. If we won't see any more morals legislation out of you if this passes,
These are the
you'll
things
go
that
home.
affect society.
No, is that what I'm asking? I mean, they say.
I've never
can
heard any
see right
discussion
here.
of anything else.
Look,
I've
well,
never
you have too. You've heard about no possession. You heard about that
You know
ordinance
what would
that
be
you
more
didn't accept.
effective
right?
Oh no, what I'm saying is that that's not what's being discussed now, nor within the coalition.
But
nor
this is what
You know
scares
what would
off
be
the
more
stores.
effective at avoiding DUIs, which they mentioned is wrong, we believe that that's bad, is things like enforcement, education
Okay.
programs,
I'm gonna take a
licensing,
call here. You're on,
and
hello?
not having stores does not allow that to happen.
Sam, you're on the air. Your question, please.
Yeah, I actually have a comment for the jokers on the left of you. I wanted to say, although the financial effect of your proposed ordinance might be negligible, the social statement that you're making is going to be horrendous on your LDS community. I am LDS. You guys are making us look real bad.
If I can comment.
No, they get to comment
Okay.
first, because he addressed it to them.
Okay, I'm wondering if the caller thinks that other communities that have similar ordinances are to be condemned for that. And I don't think that that it's wrong for us to protect our children, protect from alcohol sales by the schools.
Okay,
But if
she's
I may
next.
say, I think the caller had a very good point. We have a website that receives comments from everyone in Cedar Hills, probably outside of Cedar Hills too, and this has been a damaging blow to the LDS community. I know you didn't expect it to be that way. It has backfired in such a manner that it has damaged our city and the LDS citizens there, and the LDS religion. And I'm sure that wasn't your intent, but I think that we should do all we can to restore the dignity of our city
and that's probably the biggest deal
and
is
what
that
our church stands for.
There are a lot of consequences of this that were maybe not intended but need to be taken into account.
Okay, I'm
They are
going
very
to
important.
let him reply to that.
I find it so interesting that people, usually from outside of the community, shout intolerance, intolerance, intolerance. And the first thing out of their mouth is you're being a Mormon, and you're not being fair to the rest of us. The fact of the matter is that 92, if not 95 or more % of the community is of that faith, and you're discounting, you as a member are discounting the members who choose to maintain a community value.
But
and they will vote this
I
in
am
favor of these
offended.
two ordinances on the 28th of June, and you will see.
Being a member of the predominant faith, I am offended that you have tried to portray us as being members such as yourself. And I feel it has been a damaging blow to us.
I think we need to be a little bit kinder, a little bit more open, a little more accepting. We can teach these values in our home. We can
Definitely.
have, with this revenue, we can
Let's start a
some
strip club
youth.
then, because we can make some money and it won't affect
Ken,
us.
that
That's
that's so extreme.
That is extreme.
Why?
That's as an
And
extreme
there's
as
people
the
not of
initial
our
Why is that
faith that
extreme?
wouldn't support that either.
It's the exact same situation. Very small
extreme.
number of people, very small percentage of the people of Cedar Hills would ever go to a strip club, but it would make us some money.
That is
I mean,
extreme. That
where's
is
your
not
standards?
what we are
Where do
saying.
where do
That's
the
not,
standards
see, and there you go,
stop?
judging standards
Okay, well,
of
now-
everyone
now, are
and
you
pulling
guys
down
in-
our church by
Are you
doing
guys in
that.
favor of a strip club?
We are
Heavens,
in favor
no.
of reasonable
Okay.
regulation,
Are you in
moderate,
fact,
balance.
Would you let in a bar?
No.
Would you let in
Why?
a restaurant? Would you
Why?
let in a restaurant, a nice restaurant that serves wine?
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
Would you let in? You wouldn't let in a nice restaurant that serves wine.
Well, it's
Maybe
first of
cookie
all,
wine.
it's highly unlikely that an upscale restaurant would move to Cedar
Okay,
Hills.
but
We're a
you wouldn't
small
let 'em
bedroom
in.
And
community.
people usually don't go to
Would
a
you let in a
restaurant
nice
to get
restaurant
drunk.
that serves
According,
wine?
according to the initiative, the answer is no.
Okay,
Let
no
in a
nice restaurant that
but
serves-
there would be no wine sales.
Right.
Commercial break. We'll be back after this.
Nice restaurant.